Do you ever feel like you're caught in a loop? Repeating simple instructions to your child. Put your shoes on, eat your dinner, go brush your teeth, only for them to forget the first step before you finish the last. This isn't a compliance issue. It's not defiance. It's a system failure in their mind. Most parenting advice addresses behavior, not the underlying brain hardware. The culprit is weak working memory. The mental workspace where your child holds information long enough to use it. It's the most critical bottleneck for success in school and in life. This video dives deep into the neuroscience of how you can physically expand that mental workspace. We're not talking about simple drills. We're talking about adopting specific brain games that literally rewire the prefrontal cortex. By the end of this specialized guide, you will master 3 science-backed games to turn your daily interactions into powerful developmental opportunities. Let's begin the neurological journey toward a more focused and reliable child. The foundation of a reliable mind is strong working memory, WM. WM is separate from long-term memory. It's the small table in your child's brain that can only hold a few items at a time. When you give a multi-step direction, first brush your teeth, then get your pajamas, and finally grab a book, if that table is too small, the first steps fall off before they get to the last. This is the brain's limit. Poor WM isn't just about forgetting. It's tied to core executive function skills, impulse control, planning, and mental flexibility. Improving WM boosts all of them. Game 1. The filter funnel. The goal here is to teach the brain to actively ignore irrelevant information, not just to hold the important stuff. When your child is doing homework, their brain is flooded with sensory input. The ticking clock, the dog barking, the thoughts of their friends. Their WM gets clogged with noise. To play, give a command with a distracting filter. Say, "Only follow my instructions if I start the sentence with, the brain says." Then, try to trick them. Take a step to the left, child shouldn't move. The brain says take a step to the left, child moves. This simple game forces the child's prefrontal cortex to actively inhibit non-essential data. It's teaching the brain to be a selective sponge, not a wide-open sieve. Game 2. Reverse orders. This is the heavy lifting game that builds the capacity for mental manipulation. Holding information is one thing. Manipulating it is true WM power. When your child has to follow a recipe, they can't just recall the steps, they have to mentally arrange them in the right order. To play, start with simple sequences. Say 3 colors, blue, red, yellow. Then ask your child to say them backward, yellow, red, blue. Gradually increase the number of items and switch to actions. Touch your nose, clap your hands. Jump. Ask them to reverse the order. This is actively strengthening the communication between the frontal lobe and the parietal lobe. The brain is practicing what psychologists call cognitive load management. Game 3. The visualizer. This game links verbal instructions to spatial imagery, effectively doubling the size of your child's working memory table. Verbal instructions are volatile. They disappear quickly. But if the brain can convert those words into a picture, the memory trace becomes more stable and much harder to forget. Before giving an instruction, ask your child to close their eyes and take a picture of what you are saying. For example, "I need you to bring me your yellow socks from your top drawer." Before moving, they visualize the yellow socks. For advanced play, ask them to visualize a map. Imagine you walk from your bed, start, to the bathroom, stop 1, then to the kitchen, stop 2, and finally back to the living room, end. Ask them to describe the path before they walk it. This leverages the brain's powerful spatial memory centers, providing a secondary robust storage system to back up the fragile verbal memory. Beyond the games, integrate the pause into your communication. When you give an instruction, wait 5 to 10 seconds before repeating yourself. That silence is a neurological workout. It forces the child's brain to retrieve the information themselves instead of relying on you to immediately repeat it. Working memory is the power station of focus and follow-through. It is not fixed. With the filter funnel, reverse orders, and the visualizer, you are literally giving your child the tools to build a bigger mental workspace. The key is consistency. Make these games a daily, low-pressure routine. When they follow a direction, narrate their success, you remembered all 3 steps. Your working memory is growing stronger. Remember this: you're not a bad parent. You're learning how to speak your child's emotional language. If you found these science-backed strategies helpful, give this video a like and subscribe for more practical, neuro-informed parenting strategies that directly support this channel's mission.